Okay, let's jump right in. We're looking at this Lovera Calcium Volume Multi-Balm today. You've probably seen it. It's everywhere online. Marketed as a miracle anti-aging stick. Sometimes even Botox in a balm. Pretty
Yeah.
dramatic.
Yeah, the claims are definitely bold.
Totally. They're saying it restores volume, improves elasticity, gets rid of wrinkles, and you get this tighter, younger look in just 2 weeks. Apparently, it's down to ingredients like calcium, adenosine, and this special collagen technology. Oh, and they say over 95% of customers trust it.
Right. And that's where we come in. Our mission today really is to quickly sift through that marketing versus the actual science. Is this real innovation or, just another one of those overhyped drop shipping things trying to hook curious buyers like you?
Exactly. So let's start with that core claim, the collagen technology. It's supposed to deliver volume elasticity. So the collagen needs to actually get into the skin deep down. Right.
Well, that's the big stumbling block, scientifically speaking. It's kind of fascinating how often this basic fact gets overlooked in marketing. See, collagen molecules, even if they say they're broken down or whatever for a balm, they're generally just too big.
Too big. How big are we talking?
Think of like trying to shove a tennis ball through a keyhole. It's not going to happen. The skin barrier is designed to keep large molecules out. So these collagen molecules can't penetrate deep enough to actually rebuild skin structure or give you those long-term anti-wrinkle effects they're shouting about.
Okay, so if the collagen isn't rebuilding anything,
Mm-hmm.
what is the balm actually doing on your skin? Is it completely useless then?
Not completely useless, but its function is way simpler. At best, it's basically a heavy moisturizer, an occlusive. It sits on the surface, gives you temporary shine, some hydration, and that moisture can plump up the very top layer of skin for a bit, making fine lines look slightly less obvious temporarily.
Ah, okay, so it looks smoother for a while.
Exactly, but wash it off. The effect's gone. There's zero genuine, long-lasting rejuvenation happening at a deeper level.
Right, so if the science is shaky, they must lean heavily on marketing tricks. What about those stats they mentioned, like 94% noticed firmer skin, 91% saw smoother lines?
Yeah, those numbers sound impressive, but they're pretty much classic empty marketing language. You immediately have to ask, okay, where's the proof? Show me the independent clinical studies. What are the actual concentrations of these key ingredients? Where are any, real dermatologist endorsements? Without that, they're just numbers plucked from thin air. Red flags.
And the reviews seem, well, suspicious too, based on what we looked at. Their own website shows a 4.9-star rating, but then you see those kind of blurry, not very convincing before and after photos, plus hundreds of reviews that sound really similar, really repetitive, all hosted on their site. You don't find this stuff on Trustpilot or Sephora reviews, right? Looks very much like AI might be writing some of them.
And that ties into the fake influencer stuff you see pushed on TikTok and Facebook too. Paid posts that look like genuine testimonials. It builds this illusion of popularity.
But here's maybe the biggest piece of the puzzle for you listening.
Yes, the really crucial thing to understand is that this isn't even a new product, the Lovera Calcium Balm. It's just the latest mask for an old drop shipping routine.
So it's been sold before under different names.
Absolutely. We found the exact same product, same formulations, same packaging style, same marketing angles sold previously as Vitalic Calcium Balm, Dr. Maxin Multibalmal, that's Multiblmal, and Seminate Volume Balm.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Vitalic, Dr. Maxin, Seminate, and now Lovera. They just slap a new label on it and run the same ads.
That's the pattern. It's pretty blatant. Same hype, same kind of fake-looking reviews, and crucially, the same customer complaints filtering through eventually, that it just doesn't do what it promises.
It's basically a glorified, expensive lip balm being passed off as a high-tech treatment over and over again.
Precisely. They just wait for the complaints to mount under one name, then relaunch it under another to catch a fresh set of hopeful buyers.
So the bottom line for you, this Lovera Balm isn't medical grade. No dermatologist is actually backing it in a meaningful way. It promises to lift your skin, but really it's more likely to just lift your expectations before, letting them fall flat. Probably best to save your money unless you want a pricey moisturizer stick.
And that brings up a bigger, maybe more provocative question to leave you with. We've seen how this specific product keeps coming back under new names, like a recurring scam. The interesting thing isn't just this balm, but why this whole cycle, the rebranding, the drop shipping of products with exaggerated claims. Why does this pattern keep working so well online? Why is it so hard to stop? That's something we're thinking about.